Hello everyone, my name is Amir Senabosky, and in this video I will present our new work LM-CPPF, Paraphrasing-Guided Data Augmentation for Contrastive Prompt-Based Few-Shot Fine-Tuning. This is a joint work with Sasha and Yadullah. Zero and future scenarios are very important nowadays, as due to different circumstances, we do not have access to enough data to enable the machine to learn from. Consider low-resource languages in NLP. However, unlike computer vision, the usual methods for zero and future learning, like comparing the samples, is not possible in NLP, or is very hard. Instead, in NLP, we can use the knowledge of pre-trained language models as they have learned from large amount of data during their pre-training phase. One of these approaches is prompting. A prompt is a piece of text inserted in the input example so that the original task can be formulated as a mass language modeling where every language model is familiar with. For example, say we want to classify the sentiment of a sentence like France missed the World Cup in penalties. By adding a template like it was and a mask token at the end of the sentence, we can ask the model to find the best word for that part. Every prompt contains two parts: a verbalizer, which is the noun used for each class or category, which in our example is terrible or great, and a template which refers to the part of a prompt where a specific value is expected to be generated by the model. LMBFF is a suite of simple and complementary techniques for fine-tuning language models on a small number of annotated examples. This work was presented by Go et al. 2021. They not only presented two new strategies for finding the best verbalizer and the best template for each task, by adding demonstrations at the end of the target sentence, which includes mask token, and separating the demonstrations with a separate token, they could improve the performance of prompt-based fine-tuning on every language models, especially for smaller language models like Roberta. Um, Contrastive LMBFF, which was presented by Jian et al. 2022, they added a new prompt-specific data augmentation, which includes changing the template of each prompt and adding a contrastive learning part, and with adding super contrastive law to the MLM loss of LMBFF. With their approach, they could improve the performance of LMBFF as they are using a super contrastive and contrastive parts in their model. However, as their data augmentation just changes the template of a sentence, which includes some uh, words of the sentence, which is not comparable to the whole sentence or the whole template we are giving to the model, they could not improve the performance in some tasks in comparison to using other type of data augmentations like random insertion or random swap of easy data augmentation. In our model LM-CPPF, we solved this problem by introducing a new data augmentation approach called few-shot paraphrasing. In few-shot paraphrasing, we ask large language models to give us a new view of the main sentence. So we are changing the main sentence, not the templates, and this makes a new view of our samples, and this helps the contrastive part to perform better. As we can see in the results, our model not only performs better in comparison to LMBFF, LMBFF with contrastive loss, and LMBFF with contrastive loss and multiple templates data augmentation, it performs better in comparison to other type of data augmentations, including easy data augmentation and back translation. In our paper, we compare different type of different prompts and different templates for paraphrasing uh, for large language models like GPT-3, and that can be valuable as well. Thank you for listening to me. If you have any question, you can email me or Sasha or Yadullah. Our email is provided in this slide. Also, I suggest you to read our paper and code to understand our new model and paper better. Thank you for listening to me.